Good morning. Welcome to the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living. Special welcome to all those who showed up today. Thank you for braving the storm that is COVID-19. I appreciate you wearing masks and again, all the volunteers who help make this a safe space and a sacred space to be in today. Welcome to the new viewers and those tuning in. Welcome back. This is the last Sunday in the month of August. We're still celebrating the theme of inclusion in action. So most of the music you will hear and the message will be in line with that theme. We have a very special day today. Our dear, rich baritone storytelling voice, Robert Eckman, is giving our message today. And special music. Mary Danzig is joining us, even with the band music. So great to have Mary Danzig here. Some fiddle music and her wonderful spirit. We're going to start off singing our opening song, a brand new song by Leslie Monroe. So she'll count this out. Please sing along. If you would please wear your masks when you sing. I know that's strange, but it's safe. So I appreciate it. Let's sing together.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Come along and dance with me to this song. Sing it loud and free, all in harmony. Would you like to? Would you like to?
Just say yes.
Song, sing it loud and free, all in harmony. I would like to, I would like to.
I've got melody, you've got words of peace. Together we are strong, and we can change the world, change the world. With our song,
hey, would you like to come along and dance with us to our song? Sing it loud and free, all in harmony. Would you like to? Would you like to? Would you like to? Would you like to?
Yes, we would like to. Good morning. It is so great to see a few faces right here in the room. And we're blessed to have so many of you love streaming from home here at the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Linda Brewer, and we are a spiritual community where all are welcome to be part of our virtual community, and up to 30 of you are welcome to be part of our community right here in the room. Our practitioner holding high watch here this morning is Farrell Zeman. Throughout the service, he will be in prayer, knowing that the best and highest is unfolding as we share this sacred time together. Our center is a spiritual community that teaches a philosophy for daily living based on spiritual principles and practices that are universal among religions. We honor every pathway by which people seek to know and connect with the divine, and we work on our individual consciousness so that we can help make the world a better place. So from wherever you are, I invite you to join me in saying with feeling our purpose statement. We are an open, welcoming community celebrating our divinity, loving our humanity, and nurturing our journeys of spiritual discovery. Thank you so much. Remember that for all the latest information on what's happening, or if you're new and want to know more about us, please visit our website, which is www.spirituallyfree.org. On our homepage, you can submit a prayer request. You can see what's coming up next Sunday, while elsewhere on the site you can watch previous services, read bios of our speakers, our center leaders, and oh, so much more. And as Rick said, our theme this month is Inclusion in Action, and Rob Eckman is going to be speaking this morning on the topic of We Are. Next week, Cameron Carver will be here to kick off our September theme, which is Facing the Fear. And I want to remind you, these were all set a year ago before any of this happened, and so it's just been amazing to me how in tune the folks were that created our themes for this year, because they have just gone along with what's going on. So for all the details on any of today's announcements, please see the announcements page on our website. There's so much information there from our home office about what's going on here in our center. If there are special community updates about COVID or things we need to know about, that's all right in there. And if you're missing connecting with folks and you don't want to be here, well, you want to be here. I know you all want to be here, but you're doing the safe thing and staying home for you. Then remember, you can join Reverend Myrna at 1 o'clock on Zoom for a meeting and have a chance to interact with other people and to maybe talk about today's topic. Since the pandemic began, our home office has been providing us with all kinds of great education, inspiration, entertainment, and information, and they haven't slowed down at all. Starting on Monday, September 14th at 5 p.m., Dennis Merritt Jones, who is a best-selling author and motivational speaker, will be facilitating a 4-week book study based on his book, The Art of Uncertainty: How to Live in the Mystery of Life and Love It. We'll be telling you more about that as time gets closer, but all the information is on the website. Also, if you are an author and you're looking for information on how to publish your book, there is a class there for you too that's happening on Saturday, September 19th, and all the information again is on the announcement page in the website. So whenever I am up here, I do like to remind all of us that our center was founded on and is grounded in prayer. If you are facing any challenges in your life, even if you're just kind of being lonely, I know a lot of folks are a lot more isolated than they're accustomed to, please submit a prayer request. Our professional prayer practitioners are trained in the art and science of affirmative prayer, and they are so ready to pray for you. And if you submit a prayer request online, and if you'd like to actually talk and hear that prayer in person, we can have a practitioner call and connect with you. So please take advantage of that. Our practitioners are getting a little bored. We're not hearing from you all, so please give us an opportunity. All right, so Before we listen to our centering music that's designed to open our hearts and prepare us for prayer, we're going to do something just a little bit different today from our normal reading. Home Office suggested and the Ministry Council approved adopting this statement of inclusion for our center. As I read it this morning, I invite you to affirm it with me in your heart and then take it into prayer, asking to be shown how you are called to live out the statement of inclusion in action. So let's begin. We, the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living, are a community that celebrates diversity, fosters inclusion, champions inner work, and creates space for brave, vulnerable conversations. We are a community that honors the unique emanation of God that each person embodies, advocates for people, for human rights and dignity for all. We are a community that blesses each other, sees holiness in all of life, remains learners and listeners so that we can grow together and understands that oneness is not sameness. And we know that the beloved community is revealed when we love each other well.
The God in me beholds the God in you. The God in me beholds the God in you. All is beautiful, all is well, all is beautiful, all is well. The God in me beholds the God in you. The God in me beholds the God in you. Spirit within me, Spirit around me, Spirit in all that I do. Wisdom and beauty and love born in all of us. I see the light within you. The God in me beholds the God in you. The God in me beholds the God in you. All is beautiful, all is well, all is beautiful, all is well, all is beautiful, all is well, all is beautiful, all is well.
All is well. All is well because it's all God. That divine intelligence, that loving heart that created all that is and chose to express itself as me, as you, as each person, and as everything that exists in this world. It's hard sometimes to recognize that it's all God. That God is indeed acting and working through whatever is going on. That is our job, that is our task, that is what our prayers are for, is to help recognize God is and we are one with it. So today, as we close out this month of talking about inclusion, I am knowing for myself and for each person here that it is being shown to us what is ours to do to live a more inclusive life. Live recognizing that oneness, not sameness. And that those things that look other than are truly just one. And so I'm knowing too, for each of us, that it's revealed to us how we move forward. That we spend our time listening for God's call to what's next for us to do, how we are called to express. Knowing that too for the Lake Center for Spiritual Living. Things are very different here, and I know that we're all being guided to how church is supposed to work, because it's not the same. And so we open ourselves to the wisdom, guidance, love of God. And in gratitude, I just let these words go, knowing that they are spoken and therefore already done. As together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Linda. I invite you to sing with us once more this wonderful song by Daniel Nahmad. Singing is a spiritual practice. When you sing these words with the sounds of the music, to let those lyrics kind of ride on, it resonates. It resonates in your body. It resonates with the universe. There's something wonderful about singing together. And I'm sorry we have masks over our faces, but if you think about singing as a spiritual practice, doing it for yourself, it's the feeling that's behind what you're singing. It's the belief that's affirmed in the lyrics. It's not so much about being heard. Just knowing that you are singing with us lifts me up, and I just love that. I can feel that energy, and I hope you can too. Let's sing together, "Breathe the Same Air" by Daniel Nahmad.
Well, it's an idea whose time has come. A new generation decides as one. Of the same small planet we are born. It's never been so obvious before.
We breathe the same air, drink the same water, walk the same earth, kiss the same sky. We breathe the same air, and I think we ought to get along better, you and I.
The future of history is crystal clear. The borders between us will disappear. Of the same small planet we are born.
same air, drink the same water, walk the same earth, kiss the same sky. We breathe the same air, and I think we ought to get along better, you and I.
Well, some say I'm out of touch with the times, that there's no place for a vision like mine. But still I can see it, and still I believe there are too many lives on the line. There's so many lives on the line. We breathe the same air, drink the same water, walk the same earth, kiss the same sky. We breathe the same air, and I think we ought to get along better, you and I.
We breathe the same air, kiss the same water, walk the same earth, kiss the same sky. We breathe the same air, and I think we ought to get along better.
You and I. You and I.
Thank you. It's my privilege to introduce our special music today. Mary Danzig, just a wonderful violinist and singer. She's got such a beautiful spirit about her. And I just love her little family. She's got 3 young girls. They're not so young anymore. They're growing up. Just beautiful, beautiful people, and all musicians. It's so fun to have this special music today. I'm excited to hear Mary and her beautiful violin playing and her voice. So thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you so much, Rick. It is such an honor to be here today. I have had the wonderful opportunity over the years to play here many times, and have always found this community to be so warm and welcoming, and it's great to be back. And as I was thinking about what to play today, one of the songs that came to my mind is written by a fiddler, Jay Unger, Ashokan Farewell. And a lot of people associate it with the Civil War because it was used in a documentary about the Civil War, but the real roots of this song, I think, actually go really well today with today's theme. So Jay Unger was at a music camp in New York in a place called Ashokan, and he had this incredible experience. The way that music can, when you're with people, it kind of helps everybody to open up and get to know each other in a really special and deep way. And as this camp was coming to an end, he wanted to write something to share his love and gratitude for the people that he had met there. And so he wrote this piece for the people at this camp to let them know how much he cared about them.
Wow. I'm so glad I'm back today to hear Mary. I just love you. Thank you for being here. So Rob Eckman has been part of this spiritual community since the dawn of time. He says 1997, but I don't know. But I wasn't here then, so I don't know. He's been taking classes, serving in many different ways, and just blessing us all with his beautiful presence. And I love that he's doing this now. He learned about religious science in 1989 in Huntington Beach, California, while he was managing a hotel that just happened to be hosting a Gene Houston seminar at the time. He's got a degree in ornamental horticulture, which he says is just a fancy name for garden designing. And so he spends most of his free time in his garden near downtown Salt Lake. He is the marketing manager for the King's English Bookshop in Salt Lake City, and they have been doing all kinds of cool online things during the virus, just awesome things for kids of all ages, even old kids like me. He is married to Steve Matthews, who you may know. He's a wonderful singer and has done our special music and been part of our choir. And together they are dads to one very grown-up son and lucky grandfathers to a sweet 5-year-old girl. So we are very, very pleased to have Rob back with us. Please welcome Rob Eckman.
Thank you very much. Good morning. It feels really good to be back here. The last time I spoke, there was no one here but the band and the crew. And it's so nice to see people spread across this room again. Before I go into my talk, which is about what we are, I want to give a little shout out to our practitioners. To hear the practitioners might have spare time on their hands tells me that we all need to reach out to a practitioner. If you've never had a prayer by a Science of Mind practitioner, it really is a one-of-a-kind experience. Now, these folks are professionally trained, so in the spirit of cosmic reciprocity, circulation, they do charge for the service, but not for prayer, but it is so worthwhile. Some of the most critical times in my life, I've been able to share with a practitioner of religious science. And through the treatment and through the prayer, I've always come out more sure of myself and ready for what comes. So please take advantage of our practitioners. They're wonderful people, and there's nothing like the power of prayer. So in these times of uncertainty and COVID, where our political environment is unstable and our social environment seems to keep careening from one place to another and constantly bringing us a sense of a lack of community. I think that it's so important that we stop and that we do recognize the community that we are. As Linda said, I've been coming to the Salt Lake Center since about 1997. And in that time, well, this is my spiritual community. I look around my world and I have my work community, and I have my family community. But for spirituality, for togetherness, and for the deep connection that I crave, I come to you. And I think that in this time, when we need each other so much, yet practical, healthful practice means that we can't get together so much, I think it's so important that we do focus on what we do have. And love changes everything, and love will heal. And that's what we need in our world. Linda pointed out that Home Office gave us these topics a year ago, and I am astonished to hear that, because in hearing all of our talks during the month of August, focusing on inclusion and action, I'm sure you all share this sense of that speaking directly to us right now, and I don't think that there's any mistake in that. In preparing for my talk today, I was stumped. How do I wrap up a month of rich ideas about inclusion and love when we can't get together? When the image in my mind of community is us in this room celebrating, whether it be a potluck for a holiday or drag queen bingo or for rituals of marriage or of transition, I'm struggling. So I thought what I would do today is take a bit of a departure and actually take you all on a couple of guided meditations. And these guided meditations are going to be themed with inclusion and with love and with compassion and with acceptance. So I'd like to start by asking you all to just sit firmly in your chair. Sit up if you need to. Get to a place where you can breathe comfortably. Now, you all have masks on, and I want you to keep them on. But we're going to be doing some deep breathing. Deep breathing, in my experience, deep breathing is one of the things that can bring me back to center so quickly and so effortlessly. Breath is something we have with us all the time, right? And to use it effectively or to use it consciously can change my perspective on any one thing so dramatically. So, sitting comfortably in your chair with your hands in your lap, I want you to gently close your eyes, or just relax your eyes, and you can be gently gazing toward the ground in front of you. But I want you to take some deep breaths. Just take a few moments and relax into this place here together in this room. Not just in this room, but to all of our friends and family who are joining us from around the city and around the country and perhaps from around the world. This unique opportunity that we can take to share through our breath and through our communal love for one another. Take another deep breath and let it out. Without effort, without care, and without trying. One more. Take a deep breath in. And gently and easily let it out. The first guided meditation that we're going to share together is called Tonglen. And Tonglen is a Tibetan word that means giving and receiving. In this meditation, we work with the breath to cultivate care and loving kindness toward ourselves and toward one another. It is a practice both in mindfulness and compassion. Take a deep breath and gently let it out. Now, as we move through this exercise, notice any resistance that arises. When your mind wanders, just bring it back to your breath. Gently closing your eyes and bringing your attention to the present moment. Notice where you are. What can you feel in your body? What can you hear? Where are you? There's no need to do anything other than observe your present time exhalations as they come and go. With an intention of self-acceptance, breathe, giving and receiving. As you breathe in, visualize yourself breathing in acceptance. And as you exhale, let go of self-judgment. Breathe like this for a few deep breaths. Breathing in acceptance and breathing out self-judgment. Offer yourself some ease and peace with each inhale. And let go of stress and anxiety with each exhale. Try thinking of breathing in a light of ease, while exhaling the darkness of stress. Inhale and offer yourself forgiveness. You don't need to go into any stories or rationalizations. Just set the intention to forgive yourself. As you exhale, let go of resentment. Letting go of the forgiveness and the resentment. Picture yourself surrounded by people you love. Breathe in acceptance. Release judgment. Inhale forgiveness. Exhale resentment. Now, as you keep breathing, we're going to flip the acceptance and the judgment. And this time, as we inhale, consider the pain of others. Consider the pain of others as they judge themselves. And while exhaling, offer acceptance to those loved ones. Continue to inhale the stress and anxiety of others and give ease and peace as you exhale. You're not taking on their pain. We just recognize it, acknowledge it deeply, and let it go. Hold space for their stress, but don't take it on yourself. By receiving, you're just recognizing with compassion that others have difficulties as well. Inhale. Tune into the resentments these people may have toward themselves. And exhale. The beautiful exhalation, and radiate forgiveness for those people, for themselves. Ponder the wholeness of all. Breathe deep. Breathe in acceptance and exhale resentment for yourselves and for everyone. There is great power here. Now, look within and thank your compassionate self for coming along with you on this short trip, recognizing the wholeness and the greatness of ourselves and one another. Begin to bring your attention back to where you are, continuing to breathe deeply. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes and come back into the room, wherever you are, with a newfound sense of compassion and love. Let your body resume normal breathing. How do you feel? Thank you, Leslie. Remember, you can return to Tonglen breathing anytime during your day. So over the last 4 weeks, I think I'm number 5, we have heard important pieces that reinforce the idea of oneness. Randy Scott spoke of the Tao of freedom. We pondered the idea that our story creates our reality, and how we choose to respond can change our lives. We learned to live a plan, which is a handy acronym for presence, love, acceptance, and non-attachment and non-resistance. In week 2, Shemaine taught us that the more we're rooted in spirit and our spiritual practice, the more compassionate we are. And that our goal in life may just be to realize how important we are to one another. Reverend Jan then spoke to us about the colorful and the colorblind, and reinforced the idea that there is no separation. We are created by one God. It is in everything we are and everything we do. Last week, Rabbi Alan Bachman reminded us that we are all better together. We most deeply understand and experience spirit and oneness when we celebrate and understand that we are diverse. And it is through building inclusive relationships and inclusive frameworks that we reveal this oneness to the world. We claim this for ourselves, for our community, and for the world. And we know that this idea is claiming us right back, and that it will call us back again and again. It's an ancient practice to lay claim to sacred individual and collective identities. In the Bible, the act of baptism is a sacred covenant. Metaphysically, it could be understood as a symbolic unifying of the individual to God, bringing together seemingly disparate entities that in reality are inseparable. It symbolizes new life, Baptism is a ritual of water and words that help people understand the relationship they are in with the divine and all life. In Buddhism, people take vows. These promises, the words and ritual that surround them, speak to what is a perfect aligning of ourselves to the universe and to others, to a path. From preacher and teacher Barbara Brown Taylor. Anyone can ask and anyone can bless, whether anyone has authorized you to do it or not. All I'm saying is that all that I am saying is that the world needs you to do this, because there is a real shortage of people willing to kneel wherever they are and recognize the holiness holding its sometimes bony, often tender, always life-giving hand above their heads. That we are able to bless one another at all is evidence that we have been blessed, whether we can remember it or not. That we are willing to bless one another is miracle enough to stagger the very stars. Yet we know that those who are baptized still have doubts, and those who have taken Buddhist vows still resist suffering. Baptisms, vows, rituals, and community statements like the one that Linda read with us this morning. Statements of conviction and faith, they're not promises. They're not promises that we will never falter and always perfectly execute our beliefs. They are not one and done magic tricks that once acted upon never need to be thought about again. They are meant to be returned to again and again. They are a way of life. So today, as we create space for a community commitment of inclusion and love for similar reasons to why humans have taken spiritual vows and gone into the baptismal waters for centuries, because we are leaning into the sacred dichotomy that we are at once living in a state of perfect oneness, and at the same time we're being guided in the direction of a more deeply manifested experience with that oneness in our world. Our community covenant for inclusion and love, our affirmations, don't mean that we'll never struggle with inclusion or diversity as individuals or as a community. We may fight. We have a lot to learn together. We're human and we're messy. But our affirmation today can be a North Star, giving us a path back to ourselves and to each other so that we can live in one stupendous whole that Dr. Holmes spoke about. To quote our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, "It seems to me that it is only as we view all life, everything from what we call great to what we call small, important or unimportant. It is only as we view the whole thing as one stupendous whole, whose body nature is the soul of God, that we shall really enter into communion, into sympathetic oneness with the reality of all that is about us." Now, I believe in ritual. I believe in the power of a moment and the immense power of a collective moment. We celebrate all kinds of rituals in our lives. Baptisms, unions, transitions, daily rituals too. Any ritual is an opportunity for transformation. To do a ritual, you must be willing to be transformed in some way. Rituals help keep us grounded through the challenges and uncertainties of life by helping us bridge the gap between our outer worlds and our inner worlds. So, in this time when we're practicing social distancing, when we need social togetherness more than any other time, I've decided that rather than repeating the community statement, that we'll once again go into a visual meditation and ritual where we can use our imaginations and our intuitions to do the connecting for us. So I invite you to settle into your seats for our next meditation. Settle into your seats and rest your hands gently in your laps. And while wearing your masks, take a deep breath. Allow your eyes to comfortably close. Let your shoulders soften and let your belly soften. Notice if you're holding on to your breath and let it soften. Set it free. Notice if any part of you is watching or waiting for something to happen. Let that part of you soften and sit back. Let all of you just sit back. Into the center of this moment, here, away from all the other moments, all the other breaths. Just sit back into the arms of this present moment. The simple here and now, away from all the rest, and allow everything else to sit back as you sit back. Come down into your senses. Feel the caress of the air touching your skin. Enjoy the sensation of air touching your lips, your cheeks, your eyelashes, your nose. Air touching your neck and your arms. Touching your hands and any other part of you. No need to do anything with it. Just let it be there. And enjoy it just as it is. In your own time, become aware of the small movements your body makes as it breathes. Its rise and falls as your breath flows. Notice the air flowing in and out on your breath. Become aware of the sensation as it enters your nostrils. Savor the deliciousness of air. like a refreshing drink. Explore the sensation as it goes deeper and leaves again. Notice that the in-breath is like an inner stretch as everything expands to receive the air. And the out-breath, an inner relax as everything softens to let the air go. Enjoy the expansion. Enjoy the relax. Notice how your breath connects you to the space around you. As you breathe in from it and breathe out again into it. Allow your senses to explore this space. The tapestry of sound, near and in the distance. No need to do anything with them. Let them be there. The play of light and shade filtering through your closed eyelids. No need to do anything with them. Let them be there. Sense further out to the horizon, stretching all around you. Height of sky above. Let it all be there. You can breathe from the horizons if you like. You have all this space to breathe. All of this space just to be in and allow yourself. Allow yourself to be. Allow yourself to sense out again, to connect with the larger whole around you, the universe. You are each an integral part of this whole, part of its rich tapestry. Steady ground below you, spatial sky above, breathing with ground and breathing with sky. Now imagine you're surrounded by a wonderful nest, a comforting, supporting nest lined with loving kindness and all things good. Fill the nest with the love of those you hold dear and enjoy its special presence around you. Breathe. Breathe this special presence deep into the very cells of your body and let it nourish you at every level of your being. And when you're ready, let there be a second outer layer to your nest, filled with the essence of all the positive and supportive of your life. Friendships, your spiritual community, mentors, those you admire, those you don't know well, but who have supported your experience today in some way. Value, shared beliefs, positive plans, and all that gives you pleasure. Enjoy having this special essence surround you. Breathe it deep down to a cellular level and let it nourish you at every level of your being. Now, when you're ready, sense the universal energy in the larger whole surrounding you. Here, with you now, a field of living energy, full of positive potential. Here for you, gently holding you, supporting you. Softly held by the life force of the universe and surrounded by your nest. Now, allow a third and final nest to take shape in your heart, lined with gentleness and love, and filled with exactly what you need right now. Allow yourself to rest in this special place, surrounded by your outer supportive nest, held softly by the universe. Allow yourself just to be in your own time. Become aware of the ebb and the flow of your own breath. Fill the nest within you. Sense your outer nest around you. Sense the universe here with you now, surrounding you with life-giving, life force energy, knowing that these resources are always here for you, just the other side of your awareness. Support is always there, just waiting for you to connect with it. Appreciate that support. ready, we can draw this meditation to a gentle close. Allow your breathing to resume to normal. Become aware of the chair beneath you, the room around you. Finish with one long, deep breath and let it go. Gently and slowly open your eyes and return your awareness to where you are. In closing, a quote from Zen priest Angel Kodo Williams. Without inner change, there can be no outer change. Without collective change, no change matters. Thank you.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I give. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
We are so very blessed. Rob, that was awesome. I'm so chill I can hardly stand here after all that lovely, peaceful meditation. So this is our time of conscious giving, which in our spiritual center is one of our spiritual practices. This is something that we do for our own spiritual health and well-being. We recognize the blessings that have come to us as part of the divine flow of good. And in gratitude, we keep that flow going by sharing what we have with our spiritual center so that it might continue to bless us and remind us of the truth of who we are. We know that some of you are having difficult financial situations right now because of COVID-19, and we understand that it's very difficult to give. Please know, for those of you who are continuing to contribute, how very grateful we are. For those of you who are here, we do have an offering basket. It's not safe to be passing it around, so it is out on the counter in the lobby if you would like to give on your way out. So wherever you are, whether you're here with us or at home, I just do invite you to bring that sense of giving and your own gift into your mind, into your hand, into your heart, and let us say together, knowing the truth of these words, our blessing affirmation. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Filled with gratitude, I let this be, and so it is.
All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me.
Let's hear some more from Mary Danzig.
Well, as I was thinking about what to play today, I got to thinking about how much I love fiddle music. And part of what really drew me to fiddle music is the whole tradition of community around it. It's not about just who can play the best or who can play the fastest or who has the most opportunity for education, but it's a community opportunity to get together and to celebrate. And it's made better by the contribution of everybody in the room. And so when you talk about a child learning to fiddle in a traditional way, they sit down with a little fiddle at the beginning, when they're little, and they just throw in some notes where they can. And they get taught to just play a few little notes here and there. And as they can pick up more, they add to it. And people who don't want to play an instrument, they dance or they clap. And there's a space for everybody in that. And it's the energy of everybody in that room together that makes it so much fun and so rejuvenating. And so I'm going to play an Irish tune for you. This is called The Gravel Walk. And feel free to, in our socially distanced, appropriate way, join to the music, whether it's clapping or whether you want to stand and move or just move in your chair. That's what this music is for us to come together as a community and enjoy ourselves. Thank you.
What fun.
It's fun because of everyone, right?
Yeah. In my mind, I was river dancing.
We're glad
That
that
was
was in your
awesome.
mind.
Thank you so much for being here, everyone. It's so nice to be in community. Remember, as you go out into the world, look for ways to include things. Look for the good. Feel the power and the love and the community. We're all one together, brothers and sisters, connected with all of life. And it's a beautiful thing. And it actually gets more beautiful as you intend to look at it that way. Let's sing our closing song. Remember to just join in the chat after the service. There's a link on the website as well as on the Facebook page. They don't have an agenda. It's just getting together and connecting and talking about whatever comes up. So grateful that Reverend Myrna kind of pilots that for us. So we love you, and let's sing our closing song together. Together, we can change the world.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Humanity is calling to the ones who hear, whose vision is clear, where the veil of fear is falling, who pick up the pieces that are crashing down. The time is now. We came here to do this. The universe's symphony is about to begin. When we're gathered here as one and tuning in, together we can change the world. 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 We look on the bright side, it's an easy spin. When we all join in, there's more joy in the joyride. The moment we remember, our hearts expand, and together we stand in the sweet surrender, side by side and arm in arm in a fusion of one, like the colors of the rainbow in the light of the sun. Together we can change the world. 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 Together. 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 Together we can change the world. 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 Together. Speak.